So if you run an online business, you know that shipping can feel like this massive, unavoidable cost. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be? What if a really smart shipping plan could actually become your biggest competitive advantage? In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how to make that happen.
All right, let's kick things off with a question that probably keeps a lot of business owners up at night. Is your shipping strategy actually costing you sales? I mean, it's a huge point of anxiety, right? Because that final click to buy is exactly where a bad plan can completely fall apart.
And, the pressure is just getting more and more intense. Get this, 5.9%. That's the projected average rate increase from the major carriers in 2026. Costs are climbing, and that squeezes something you feel directly on your bottom line.
And this right here, this gets to the core problem for basically every e-commerce business today. We'll call it the big squeeze. Your customers, thanks to the Amazons of the world, have been trained to expect shipping to be fast and, of course, free. But for you, the business owner, delivering on that promise is getting more expensive and way more complicated every single day.
So that brings us right into the new reality of shipping. It's not just about putting stuff in boxes and slapping on labels anymore. Nope, it's a high-stakes game where the choices you make can either fuel your growth or literally send your customers running straight to your competition.
So when we say shipping strategy, what are we really talking about? Well, think of it as your master plan. It's all about that balancing act between what your customers demand, fast, free, reliable delivery, and what your business needs to survive, which is keeping cost manageable. It's your playbook for picking the right carriers, the right methods, and the right prices to deliver your products without destroying your profits.
Okay, so let's get right into the nuts and bolts, starting with how you price things for your customers. How you charge for shipping, or don't charge for it, is one of the most powerful tools you have to influence whether or not someone decides to buy from you.
You've basically got three main models to choose from, and each one has its own clear pros and cons. Free shipping, well, it's the undisputed champ for stopping cart abandonment. But man, it can eat your margins alive if you don't have a plan. Then you've got flat rate shipping, which is beautifully simple for the customer, but you're always running the risk of either overcharging them or undercharging and losing money. And finally, there are real-time rates. These are great for building trust through transparency, but that price tag can cause some serious sticker shock and scare buyers away.
Yeah, let's really zoom in on this idea of free, because the psychological pull is just massive. I mean, get this. A staggering 82% of shoppers are more likely to actually complete a purchase if the shipping is free. It's like it removes the single biggest mental barrier in the whole checkout process.
But hold on, offering free shipping on absolutely everything, that's a quick way to sink your business. The smartest way to pull this off is by setting a minimum spend threshold. Here's how it works. Figure out your average order value. Let's say it's $40. Then you set your free shipping bar just a little bit above that, maybe at $45 or $50.
And you might be asking, why does that work so incredibly well? Because a huge 78% of shoppers openly admit they will add more items to their cart just to hit that free shipping number. It's a brilliant win-win. You're not just covering your shipping costs, you're actively bumping up your average order value.
Okay, so beyond just free, this is all about giving your customers options. On one side, you've got your standard shipping for the budget-conscious buyer who's totally fine with waiting a bit longer. But on the other, you have expedited options for those I-need-it-now moments. And don't sleep on the need for speed, because an incredible 88% of buyers say they are willing to pay extra for same-day or faster delivery when they really need something. Offering both means you can capture the whole market.
All right, so we've talked about pricing. That's one half of the puzzle. Now let's flip over to the other side, fulfillment. This is the how. How do you actually get that package from your warehouse or wherever to your customer's doorstep? First up, let's talk about a model that has absolutely exploded in popularity, drop shipping. It's super appealing because it's just so simple on the surface. A customer orders from your site, your system pings your supplier, and that supplier ships the product directly to your customer. You never even have to touch the inventory. This slashes your upfront costs, but here's the catch. You give up a ton of control over product quality and how fast things actually get shipped.
Okay, now, if you actually have a physical brick-and-mortar presence, do not sleep on the power of going local. Offering local delivery or in-store pickup isn't just a nice little perk for your customers, it's a game changer. It lets you cut out those expensive national carrier fees, and even better, it can seriously boost your average order value. I mean, how many times have you gone to pick something up and ended up grabbing just one more thing on your way out? It works.
But you know what? For a lot of businesses, the smartest play isn't picking just one of these models. It's about combining them. This is what we call the hybrid approach.
For instance, you could use a big freight shipper to move products in bulk to a regional warehouse and then use a standard parcel service like UPS or FedEx for that final mile delivery to the customer. This kind of strategic mix and match can cut your overall shipping expenses by a very significant 20 to 30%. That's huge.
Okay, so we've covered pricing models and we've covered fulfillment models. Let's pull this all together now and answer the biggest question of all. So what? Why does any of this really matter? It matters because a great shipping strategy isn't just a cost center. It is a powerful engine for growth.
Well, first and foremost, it all comes back to the customer experience. When your shipping is clear, reliable, and gives people options, you build trust. And trust is what creates loyal, repeat customers. But if you get it wrong, if your shipping is slow, expensive, or confusing, you're basically just giving them a reason to go check out your competitors.
And of course, this isn't just about making customers happy, it's about your bottom line. It directly boosts your sales and your average order value. Like we saw, that little free shipping threshold isn't just about closing one sale, it's about making that sale bigger. It is a powerful lever you can pull to increase revenue.
And hey, let's not forget what's happening behind the scenes. A good, clear strategy makes your own life easier. It streamlines your operations. That means fewer mistakes, less wasted material, and smarter choices about which carriers to use, all of which saves you time and money and directly boosts your profit margins. And when you put all of this together, what do you get? You get the backbone for real, sustainable growth. You simply can't expand into new markets or handle more customers with a solid, reliable plan in place. Your shipping strategy is the engine that actually makes scaling your business possible.
And look, if you're still not totally convinced that this needs to be a top priority, chew on this number for a second. 8.7%. On average, that's the percentage of an e-commerce company's total yearly cost that goes just to shipping. It is a massive piece of your financial puzzle. Even a small optimization here can make a huge difference to your bottom line.
So this all brings us to the one final question you really need to ask yourself. Right now, today, is your shipping just a cost center, a necessary evil you have to deal with? Or have you started to turn it into what it truly can be, your greatest competitive advantage? Thanks for watching.